Because the people who say it's easy are so far out of their minds, try it for a day. It is not for everybody. In fact, it's for a very small handful of people who can actually do this job.
I don't know about that one, Chief.
Hi, welcome to the castle. Today we watch a video from someone we already watched before. It is Ray Like Sunshine. I hope you have some sunshine in your life too. Today's video is maybe tougher though. The title of his video is Influencers Are Out of Touch. And I'm very well aware that I am one myself and I really don't like the name influencer, but it sadly is what it is. What will be worrying though is that he says, sorry for all the cursing, it's a coping mechanism. So what will the video will be about if he is cursing the entire time? I'm so curious. And let's dive in. All right, here's the video. It is a bit old. It's from last year. Probably that's why we have his play button in the screen. I guess this is when he got it. That is so, so cool. Look at that thing. He's like, Someday maybe I will have one too. But it's okay. You know?
Poor people are kind of whack.
Huh?
Welcome back to the light side of the internet. A lot of you
Ray, what happened last year to you?
have been asking for more taco content, so if you would like more taco content, you can always find him here on my Instagram. Also, I'm almost at 1,000 followers, and I really want that dopamine boost from an extra digit, so I'll wait.
Yep.
Awesome. Thank you. So now that you've all followed me and blew up my Instagram, I guess I'm now technically,
Say it.
I'm an influencer.
Channeling his inner influencer.
So now that I'm technically an influencer, it seemed appropriate to do some research to kind of get the vibe on people in the industry. You know, kind of like when you're hunting for a job and reaching out to recruiters, only to either get ghosted or go through 7 rounds of interviews and still end up getting ghosted.
Yeah, don't
Shout
get the
out
job,
to my fellow unemployed viewers. So I was really going into this hoping to find some cool fellow influencers to connect and learn from, and all around have.
Oh, it's when he was starting to network, probably. That's interesting. Networking is horrifying.
A fun,
Let's just
awesome,
say
and
that.
wholesome
Horrifying.
experience. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't. I couldn't keep a straight face. Influencers fucking suck.
So the friend of mine yesterday.
But wait, did you just look at TikToks? Because this is not how you do it. You have to do a whole scan of those people.
And we were getting a piece of pizza.
Pizza. Oh,
And
dark.
one of the guys behind the counter, he was so cute. And we did have a little smile exchange.
Okay.
And she goes, oh my gosh. And then she goes, hope you have to teach me how to flirt. So I just wrote my number down on a napkin. And she was like, I can't believe you did that so easy. What if he has a girlfriend? And I said, what? I'll probably never hear from that guy. You think I'd ever actually like him? No offense, he works at a pizza shop. But anyways, this is your...
What do you mean, no offense, he works at a pizza shop? It's a valid job.
sign.
You're right.
Huh?
This is indeed a sign. This is a sign to dig yourself with the hole that you just dug yourself into.
Okay, what is this? So, classism, entitlement, narcissism, and behind my head is something else-ism. Where's the autism? Doesn't fit into the criteria, I guess.
It's a deep hole. Influencers being out of touch is nothing new, but it does seem like in the last few months, the amount of out-of-pocket stuff that influencers have said have really started to rub people the wrong way. And there's usually two.
It is still happening though. Like, I don't know if it was that. I think it was present on the English influencer market as well, where influencers were like, oh yeah, you do this job from 8 to 5. And then I will see if you can manage it. Yes, it is a tough job. Nobody says that. But you can't tune down other jobs that are also hard. What is that? Everybody has a difficult job if you put yourself into it and stuff. So, or if you are, I will not say forced, but if it's necessary to pay your bills, every job is hard. Okay, chill.
Two schools of thought here. The first is influencers are a plague to society and should be absolutely made fun of. And the second is, why do you
Okay, let's make fun of Ray. Please don't.
even care about these fake internet people? Go outside and touch some grass. And I firmly stand in the first camp.
Present this is grass because I have to
So
go
back to
outside.
the video.
The good thing is I have the terrace. I don't have to go too far. I just go like on my terrace and touch my plants. That's great. Can recommend.
Talking down on someone for working at a pizza shop is such
Horrible.
a boomer take. Like in this economy, what else are computer science majors gonna do? Plus, your job is just yapping into a camera all day.
Caught.
And you're bashing a man that has a
Caught.
cute smile, is
Here I am
gainfully
sitting.
employed, and most importantly, can cook. I think there's a saying here that goes really well with this.
Also has to show up. It's a physical job as well. You have to also be stress resistant. You need a lot of qualities to be a pizza guy. So don't
Something
put that
about
down.
a glass house. Isn't your job also just yapping into a camera? Hey, fuck you. You don't know me.
So like him, no offense, he works at a pizza shop.
Yeah, no offense. You're just a yapper on TikTok. I'm sorry.
All love. I'm sure he's in a great band.
Look, it's one thing to make a bad joke about somebody's day job, but it's a completely different thing to start bashing someone for having a hobby that probably a lot of people are very passionate about.
Yeah.
Like being in a
And proud of.
band. Like doing stand-up is so much better and so different than being in a band.
Girl, give me her number.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
We go on a few dates. It's cute. It's cute. It's cute. She comes over to my
Yeah, nobody
house.
makes
It's
fun
a
of that,
movie
right?
night. What happens on a
Why you
movie
make
night?
fun of
Do
a
you
guy
watch the movie?
being in a
How about you
band, which is
watch
really
the
cool.
movie?
Oh, Monka. Hi, welcome back.
I don't really have a case,
Okay.
so just pretend this is a case.
Okay.
Case closed. But this video did get me.
Okay, it made me laugh. It made me laugh.
Is
You
the
won.
reason why influencers look down on people with quote unquote normal jobs because they think their job is just so much better and harder than a traditional 9 to 5.
Dressing.
No.
You know, I'm
Yeah, it's that girl. She did that. Yeah. That was, I don't know if we're just late in the German speaking section of this, but it was very prominent last month, I think. So still very on topic.
I'm feeling like a fucking asshole today.
So I know 15 million followers. I'm dying. This is such a privileged job, and she has 50 million followers. There is so much privilege in this, and she is so ungrateful. Nothing against her because I don't know her, but based on how she portrays herself with those TikToks and just like be ungrateful, unthankful. She's like as it was given. I know she worked very hard for it. I know that is a lot of work, but it's also a lot of work to be a kindergartner, a nurse, a doctor, a policeman, or people that clean ships. Man, that's tough work too. Calm your horses.
So, I'm gonna clap back at people because I'm tired. I'm so tired. Every single day, I get up at 6 a.m.
6 a.m. is when most people wake up.
Yeah, I also wake up at 6 a.m. If I work in the bookstore or if I work here in the office basically for content, I wake up between 6 and 7 a.m. like a regular person.
For a regular job.
And maybe I try to wake up earlier, like more than 6 a.m.-ish to clean a little bit. So I have that out of the way.
Sorry, did you just think people woke up and teleported into work as soon as someone's
They have
alarm
to
goes
drive
off?
or
Do you not understand
take the
how
bus
chaotic
or the
that would be?
train or walk.
Fuck.
I swear to God, this iPhone alarm sound is giving me PTSD. It's giving me PTSD. I feel like I'm back at Warzone.
Who the fuck set their alarm to 5 a.m.? Asshole.
I spend about 5 to 6 hours filming video content that ranges from 3 to 4 videos, and then I spend a few hours editing that video content. Then I have to work on my other social media profiles, whatever it may be. I literally just finished work and it's 5:19.
You just
5:19 in the afternoon.
just described a normal job, except you don't need to deal with commuting, office politics, terrible bosses, happy
people.
hours with their coworkers.
Rushing to when I work a full day at the bookstore and I need groceries, I'm sacrificing my lunch break to go grocery shopping to have something in the evening to eat. Relax.
God forbid. Look, I'm
God
not saying what
forbid.
she's doing isn't hard. I'm sure it's plenty difficult. But as someone who has been both a content creator as well as a corporate weapon, I would take being a content creator 11 times out of 10. And that extra 1 point is for taking her place when she gets too tired traveling around the world and getting thousands of dollars of free product in exchange for a single fucking TikTok.
This is Pat 2 of opening up 50 PI packages.
I'm so sorry. But look at all the trash. I'm pretty sure, I don't know her. Like I said, I don't know her, but what is she gonna do with all of that product? Like, they go bad after a while. You should not put them onto your skin after a couple months. So she probably throws it away because she's just getting this loads so regularly.
This is a package from e.l.f. with all their new products. So eyeliner, brows, mascara, lips.
Feel bad for her. Cry for her.
Try being an influencer for a day. Try it.
Nobody says it's not hard. But the other jobs are very hard too. And some people need 2 or 3 jobs even to pay their bills. And you just have that. It's just ungrateful. It's just insane. This is a privilege. Sitting here recording this for me feels like a privilege. And I will always be grateful for it. But I will tell you it's hard, but I will not tell you that your job is not harder than mine or less hard or whatever it is. It has different standpoints, and every job is difficult, and it comes with its difficulties and problems, and it should not be discredited just because it's also two totally different things. I can't compare myself being a VTuber to a nurse who's working 7 days a week, right? I can't do that. It's completely out of place.
Because the people who say it's easy are so far out of their minds, try it for a day. It is not for everybody. In fact, it's for a very small handful of people who can actually do this job.
I don't know about that one, Chief. I would actually posit that anyone and their fucking mothers could do it. Nothing you described, filming, video editing, is that specialized of a skill. We're talking about speaking to a camera. Okay, not underwater basket weaving. Trust me, I would know.
Then I'm in meetings from 12 to 5.
Oh no.
But I thought you recorded like 6 to 7 hours and then edited. How do you do those meetings then?
Zoom meetings. So scary. Nobody's ever had to do one of those before. Oh, fuck.
Does anybody have a job? Does anyone work?
Huh? Yes. Oh, 5 million followers and works. Does OF. Okay.
I swear to God, this be real shit. Like I like get shit on myself all the time, even though I'm the most productive person ever. Like I'm always doing something. I'm never in bed in the middle of the day.
Okay, but like, are you though? Are you though? These are the last couple of TikToks that you uploaded.
It's my birthday. I'm making me and Colin birthday breakfast. Good morning. Me and Venus are on a big...
This is also something. So, the typical influencer, let's just say that, the typical influencer, when they post a video like this, like a vlog or something, or like a short vlog on the short video content platforms, they make it very aesthetically pleasing. Everything looks clean. Everything looks calm. They give you a very calm and relaxed vibe so that the video looks good. How do you expect someone who doesn't know what it takes to do those kinds of things? How do you expect people to know how difficult your job is if you only portray it? And I'm not saying you should brag that your job is hard and look how hard my job is. I'm not saying that, but they portray themselves positive, calm, put together. They go to a spa every couple days. They get their nails done. They do this, they do that, they do this. It just, like, some influencers create content that looks like they're on vacation their entire life. Sorry to say that. So how do you expect to people to understand if your job is difficult, if you don't communicate it? And I know, like I said, I don't mean bragging. But communicate that you struggle sometimes, that you say that you are sorry because you can't post, because something happened, you have to take care of that. So there will be a couple days without posting, so you can come up with a new schedule and everything. Show that it's difficult if you want to people to see how authentic you work on it, basically. So there's no authenticity in those type of vlogs where everything looks perfect. She's in bed, she's cuddling with her cat. Yes, the cat has some sadly issues, the poor thing. But she looks very calm. Her makeup is done. She's wearing a nice jewelry on her. She looks very put together. She looks very relaxed. So how do people know that you're freaking out under your skin? Right? It's okay to say your job is hard, but it's not okay to pretend that your job is not hard and then bash at people because you give them the wrong impression that they have a hard time believing you, because it clearly doesn't look like it. Like I said, I know how it is. I'm sitting here. I also do the recordings. I know the stress. I know the pressure that you have to produce and produce and produce. But other jobs, like a pizza man, a nurse, a kindergartner, a teacher, like specifically social jobs, but also corporate jobs, like when you're fighting with the supply chains, like the suppliers, when you're fighting with the delivery guys because they don't hold their schedule, not because of the drivers do something wrong. It's mostly some other places. But every job has their difficulties. Every job is hard. It is also not fair that people just laugh at you to say that you're an influencer. I get that too. I think this is the main reason those, let's say TikTokers in that case, those TikTokers make those kinds of content because they want acknowledgement that their job is also hard, and that is okay because it is. But you can't turn down other jobs and tell other people who have a hard job that their job is not hard like yours because you're sitting there filming videos at the end of the day. I know. It's very difficult to balance out, but you just can't bash each other's heads and point with fingers. Oh, yeah, my job is hard. That job is hard. This is hard. That is hard. Nobody wants that because you're posting just aesthetically pleasing, calm videos. If you suddenly freak out because you have a moment, I don't think you can expect people to believe that, honestly. I'm sorry. It's just that.
Vacation at a hotel.
Colin just taught me how to handle
Vacation hotel.
I finally have a fucking backyard that I can eat.
See, she looks so relaxed. At the background is a very aesthetically pleasing looking smoothie with a snack. Everything looks put together and like calm and relaxed. Try to argue with people that think this is easy, because I can't understand why they think it's easy.
My goddamn breakfast in. I'm watching Tana's new vlog.
This is you.
In bed.
In bed.
Yeah.
In the middle of the day.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
There's an alarming amount of people every time that B-reel goes off that are just in bed with the shades drawn. And it makes me feel so good about myself. I'm like, why are you in bed? Seems like nobody wants to work these days.
No, a lot of people are just tired, and if they have a moment to be in bed, they will be in bed. Where's the problem?
Shut the fuck up. You
Rah,
don't work.
yeah,
You
say
objectively
it,
do
preach.
not work. And I'm not saying you don't work in the sense that her job is easy. I mean, you don't work in the way that I would say a car with no wheels and no engine would.
Oh my god.
I mean, you don't work in the opposite way that Rihanna would mean work, 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 work.
I don't mean it metaphorically or rhetorically or poetically or theoretically or in any other fancy.
After
I
going
really need to
through
watch a
about
movie.
3 months worth of her TikToks, she literally just does what trust fund babies do on a day-to-day basis every single day. The
Really?
only difference being that she just has a camera in her face 24/7 in public.
Okay.
On second thought, dealing with that social anxiety seems like a full-time job in itself. Props to
Yeah, so like I said, nobody says it's not hard, but you can't just push down others just because of that. Every job is hard. Period. Pause. Dot. Whatever.
to her. So we can see that influencers who are pretty well off are pretty out of touch. What about influencers who aren't doing as well, or at least think they aren't doing well? Enter Madison and Hayden.
We're a little low on money now that we bought the house.
What? Mads and Hayden, 12.5 million and low on money. How can you be low on money with 12.5 million followers? Huh? What kind of lifestyle do you have, perchance?
Madison and Hayden were part of the original cohort of young people who got super famous in the early days of TikTok. But as we've seen all influencer careers usually go, once their engagement started to slow down, they decided to start a podcast.
Yeah,
This line is
okay,
going to come back
fine.
to haunt me when I eventually decide to start a podcast. The funny thing is, the
Let's start a podcast. No, I don't have time for it now. I don't have time for it now. Maybe in the future, give me 2 years.
level of tone deafness in this podcast episode was so Marie Antoinette coded that the backlash caused her to delete every single podcast episode
Really?
on her YouTube channel. Fortunately for you guys, my unhealthy relationship with the internet has let me find you guys the juiciest pieces of the episode.
Good
There's not
job.
as much money in social media as I think there was. Like my video that did 14 million views only paid me $4,000.
Which I know that everybody in this
Was
video
y'all may be like, wow, that's amazing, but it was over a minute long. That video took like an hour to do.
They have money problems. If they can make $4,000 per hour, technically. Guys, give me. No, not you. But man, if I would get $4,000 per hour, I would work my ass off and would only do charity streams at this point. God. What? Wait a minute. I need to a little bit louder. Wait a minute. I need to I'm so sorry. I need to re-listen this. It is this real?
The internet has let me find you guys the juiciest pieces of the episode.
There's not
Okay.
as much money in social media as I think
There's not so much money in social media, which is wrong.
there was. Like my video that did 14 million views only paid me $4,000.
Which I know that everybody in this
Was
video
y'all may be like, wow, that's amazing, but it was over a minute long. That
That is not even amazing. That is outstanding. This is skyrocket. The hell?
video took like an hour to do.
They only paid you $4,000 for an
Only.
hour of work?
Wow.
How dare they? Who paid you $4,000 for an hour of work? Tell me where this place is where
Yeah.
they paid you $4,000 for an hour of work so I can avoid it at all costs.
Yeah, same. Please tell me too.
And we only
Ayo, if I would earn $4,000 per hour, I would employ all of my community members that they can help me with all of that stuff that I do and pay them like good money for good work. And then we just make a really, really big project. I don't know. It gives you so many opportunities. What are you doing with that money?
that's like once in a blue moon something goes that viral. So
But
like,
even if it
you
went that
expect when
viral,
Yeah.
You have to explain to them, even if it went that viral, that doesn't mean you're going to get paid.
What's killing me about his take is not the fact that he's bringing home with a single TikTok the amount the median American household takes home in a month, but it's the fact that he's trying to use this as a way to gain sympathy from his viewers. And how are we feeling today, Mr. Hayden? I don't know. It's just been like a really rough week for me. I mean, I posted this video the other day and it did really well, but I only made $10,000 from it. I mean, like, I don't know how I'm gonna afford shopping at Erewhon or handle my Lamborghini payments. I might even have to cancel my trip to Mykonos.
What are they doing?
Get the
with the
fuck
money?
out of my office.
But
So we're going to be living a little, like we're dirt cheap for a little bit.
I have to sell my car.
She's saying they will live a little bit like dirt cheap. I wonder what that means for them. Because living dirt cheap before, I have to say before Corona, because my life changed a lot after that, like for many others, right? Whose life didn't change after that a lot. I was living on 40 to 50 euro per week for groceries, and the rest went into my rent. Because I was injured and had to stay at home, and the insurance came up for that, which is a big thing because you can't have that just like that in America. I know that, so I'm already grateful that I had this. And with the money I got, I was able to get over that, but there was not much room. There was not much room on it, and I had my 2 cats. They also had to be fed. So it was like very, very little money over almost a year. And I wonder how much they have per month with having low money. I wonder if they can survive with 40 to 50, let's say, I mean, let's double it because of everything that happened or is happening right now. But I wonder, let's triple it because of the recent days, specifically for Americans. Let's triple it. So I wonder if one of them can survive on $150 per month, per week. I'm sorry, $150 per week for just groceries. Is that doable? Maybe some of the American viewers can help me with that. That would be lovely. Can you survive well, that you don't starve and that you eat fresh products, so like meat, vegetables, and everything? Can you do that with $150 per week? Would be interesting.
Car life, like kinda low key, is sucking a little bit. Sound like such a piece of shit brat, but this is my car. Sound like such a piece of shit brat, but this is my car.
Sell that. If you need money, sell your car. For half the price, you have $80,000. Do you know how long I can survive with $80,000 without having the need to go to work, technically? Years.
It's a nice car.
Okay, so to be fair, maybe in their social circles, having a $160,000 car is equivalent to us having a 2000 Honda Civic. Maybe in their social circle, making $4,000 in an hour is equivalent to us making $15 an hour. Keep in mind, we are talking about an influencer couple who is able to buy a 5-bedroom house in Los Angeles.
Holy moly.
At 21. I'm not jealous. I'm not jealous at all. Good for
No, good for what the frame, Ray, you're very, very angry about it. No, good for them. Good for them. They had their lucky moment. They put themselves out there. They had their lucky moment. I'm on the same journey. It's okay. But how they treated that money and how they treat this privilege is another thing.
For them.
Yeah.
We have a lot of things we need to pay.
We have a lot of shit.
A lot of things we need to do.
And growing up sucks. So if you're watching this and you're 14, God, please just stay.
Growing up sucks. I guess I missed the memo where I'm supposed to collect a supercar and a mansion the second I turn 18. Woo! Just past go. All right, banker. Where's my money?
Where's my
What
money?
do you mean? I passed go. I just turned 18. Aren't I supposed to get something? No.
No. Enjoy taxes.
Nobody said that. So what those influencers said wasn't real? Yeah, probably not. Well, shit. Here's 60K in debt, though.
Like literally, we have to be smart with our money now. It's not.
With that, sell your car. Problem solved.
Spend as much money as I want. Look at me, look at me, look at me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's very be smart with your, like, I know the value of $1.
Despite everything
No, you don't. No.
I've said, I think there is a positive spin to be spun here. They're still young and their frontal lobes are still smooth. So it is completely understandable how they got into the situation that they're in now. And it's good that they're finally learning the value and importance of $1 and how it's critical for influencers to be smart with their money.
Yeah.
This includes setting up long-term investments, making sure you have a rainy day fund, and splurging on VIP Coachella tickets. Wait.
Huh? No.
How'd that last one get in there? But again, like, look, a lot of these TikTok influencers gained fame incredibly young and never really had to face the realities that most of their generation had to face transitioning into adulthood. So it's absolutely
Getting a
expected
job,
that some of the problems
uni,
that these people
apprenticeship,
face are stuff that most of their audience
moving
probably
out.
can't relate with. But on the flip side of the coin, if you are an influencer, maybe you should get a perspective of what your audience considers normal. Because while you may not be biting the hands that feed you, you are kind of mocking the hands that feed you.
That is
And
so
that's
unfair.
That's just kind of rude.
Yeah. Rude,
Anyways,
unfair,
that's all
ungrateful.
the influencing I'm going to do this week. If you're still here, thank you so much for watching.
Thank you,
I hope you're all
Ray.
having a great summer. Yes, you. Even you, quarter-based students. Good job finishing finals. And I will see you in the next one. Hey, bye.
Okay, bye. Oh, my Lord. So, what is your take on that? What is your take on influencers that are like, oh yeah, my job is so hard. I have to work one day and then I earn my 20K. But man, then I have to work tomorrow again to get another 20K to sustain my Lamborghini and my 8-bedroom house and my 5 maids because I can't clean it by myself, but it has to look pretty for social media. Monka. It makes me so mad. My nails are tickling. That's usually when I get really, really mad. All right. I hope you had fun today. This was an interesting video. Please let me know what you think about it. Also, please, if you ever notice me that I say something so stupid like this, get the educational hammer, please. Please bonk me. I do my best. I can't understand how someone can be like that. I worked many years in a normal job. I know how it is to be on low money. I think that will help me a lot in the long run. That will help me a damn lot in the long run. All right, but for now, I wish you a lovely day. Please be safe outside. Drink some water. Eat something nice. Get a snacky. I see you tomorrow or in stream. Bye-bye.